Deion Sanders? NFL legend Deion Sanders and Karrueche Tran are in a relationship? Are you kidding me? I did not know what was going on when I saw Karrueche Tran in her IG, on IG, crying. I said, what in the world is going on here? Before we even knew what was happening, all we could see was Karrueche Tran's face all in the camera, and she was crying. And I'm like, girl, what have you gotten yourself into now? I mean, for real, that's what I was like, girl, what have you gotten yourself into now? And then you look over there and you see Deion Sanders, and this girl is in here crying because Deion Sanders is in another sad, bad situation, and he's in the hospital for some serious goings on. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I had to then take to my research and find, when did this happen? Now the streets are talking, and they say that Karrueche Tran is with Deion Sanders. And I said, what? You got to be kidding me. I said, you got to be kidding me. And why? Because I'm like, girl, why don't you get yourself someplace and sit down? Why don't you get yourself someplace and sit down? And this was originally me just saying, I think this girl needs to sit down somewhere and reevaluate what is going on in her life, before I even thought anything about the fact that we are told that this girl is in a relationship with Deion Sanders after having been introduced to him by the beautiful Tracey Edmonds. And who is Tracey Edmonds? The beautiful businesswoman, entrepreneur, beautiful young lady who was the fiance of Deion Sanders. Okay? This girl introduced them. They were friends. I am so confused because, first of all, Karrueche Tran, you need a break, okay? You need to reevaluate what is going on in your life and why this sort of thing is happening. Why are you in a relationship with your friend's ex-fiance? And y'all, there are so many places to go with this. You know, I hear in the comments that people are dragging Karrueche for the downright filth of it all, with Tracey Edmonds being her friend once and telling her or asking her if she was dating Deion. And of course, Karrueche said no. And now, you know, we want to make perfectly clear, because Claudia Jordan did establish some things, is that she asked her this many, many, many years ago. And possibly, of course, she probably wasn't dating him during that time when Tracey asked her. But now here we are all these many years later, and she is dating her. So did she lie? I don't think so. I think at the time that Tracey asked her that wasn't the case. But what's interesting to me is that Tracey must have sensed something for her to ask her this all those many years ago. So she must have seen something, knowing her man, knowing Deion Sanders. She must have seen some looks or something. And she thought, well, I'll just ask my girl Karrueche. And I believe Karrueche did tell her the truth at that time. I believe that they weren't dating. But now, here we are all these many years later, and they are dating. They are together. So, the conversation needs to be had about, girl code, uh, dating etiquette. What is the protocol? What are the rules? And that's all Claudia Jordan is establishing. She's not trying to drag anyone. In fact, she did say it in such a way as to start the conversation, okay? And we need to have this conversation because this happens so many times. And if we have the conversation about it and, see where the line is drawn, then maybe Karrueche Tran wouldn't be getting dragged out here in these streets right now. Because it's like, okay, well, here's the way it stands. And I am definitely in agreeable circumstances with Claudia Jordan. Very agreeable with her saying we need to have the conversation. It's not about dragging Karrueche Tran because certainly we're not going to leave Deion Sanders out of the mix, okay? We know his history. We know he's been in and out of relationships. We're not going to leave him out of it, like they did the woman who was caught in the act of, and all these men brought the woman to be, dealt with. And Jesus said, where is the man? You all bringing this woman to be dealt with. Where's the man? So no, we're not leaving him out of it. We're asking the question, okay? And we're not going to that same old resolve of, oh, men will be men. No, they're not getting away with that. Men will be men. No, that's thrown out the window, okay? Because that's giving the man an excuse not to be accountable. No, we're not having that. Deion Sanders, he is going to be accountable, as well as Karrueche Tran and anyone else who find themselves in a relationship like this that we need to have a conversation about concerning friends dating exes. And that's just the way that it is in life. Okay? So, y'all, we saw her on the scene crying, emotionally upset because, of course, we've all seen what Deion Sanders is going through. I mean, this man has really been through it. He has had so many things happen to him until, it's nothing to be done about him except to pray for him because he has had so many things happening to him. And it appears, that's what Karrueche Tran was doing. She was in the hospital crying and, saying what they were going through. You all know what it is. We won't repeat his personal business, his business here. You all know what it is, what he's going through. She said what he was going through. So we pray for him. And we just hope that there is something that can be learned from this situation for a lot of people.